welcome to the stage, the lab.
Hello. Welcome to the lab. Ryan and I created this show because we love science and we love comedy, and the show puts it all together. So thanks for being here on a Saturday afternoon. We've got a really fun lineup for you today. A little bit later, we're going to meet a real-life working marine biologist.
And opening for us is a comedian and a scientist. So opening for us is Alex Baer. She is a scientist and comedian based in Brooklyn. And she just created this podcast called Uncontrolled Variables. It's a live podcast which combines science and comedy. And she told me that she just debuted her solo show on how to kill a mouse in the Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
So we are so excited to have her here today. So in a little bit, we're going to do some improv. But first, please, welcome to the stage, Alex Baer.
Hello, how are we doing? Yeah. Do we have scientists in today? Give me a cheer if you're a scientist. Just one? Just the one who's on the show? No other scientists? But you guys came to a daytime show on a Saturday. I love that. No, any interest in science? Yeah, big interest in science. Okay, good. Thank God. We have a Stanford shirt over here. Did you go to Stanford? Oh, okay, cool. What'd you study? Computer. So you're a scientist? Did you not use science when you were coding stuff? Okay. Hey, be proud, okay? What's your name? Yannick. Thank you, Yannick. Thank you, Dr. Yannick. I'm Alex. I have a PhD. Thank you very much. Please hold your applause. Does anyone here have a PhD? Me, I'm like trying to force you all to be scientists. Like, it's okay if you don't have a PhD. I have a PhD. I got it in biomedical engineering. And when you get your PhD, there's this big ceremony, like you cross the stage, your parents are there, your advisor's there, and your advisor puts a hood on you, which I don't love. Because the only other group that's celebrating hoods in this way is the KKK, and I don't think we should be associating with them. Because to me, like Doctor of Philosophy and Grand Wizard, like they kind of give the same vibe, right? Don't they sound like characters that would duel in Harry Potter? When really they're just like made up titles to make your white dad proud of you. No, but I do have a PhD. And I was thinking about, my first day in lab as an undergrad. I had emailed all of these different professors. I really wanted to join a lab. I knew even at 18 I wanted to be a scientist. And none of them got back to me. I was trying to join a cancer research lab. Nobody got back to me, which I didn't understand. I was really qualified. I hated cancer, okay? And finally, this new professor got back to me. She said, I'm starting my lab. You can be my first student, which was so exciting. So I got to lab. I was really excited, really nervous. And this woman comes in, and she introduces herself. She says, "Hi, I'm Jenny." And I was like, whoa, like, you're not Jenny. You are a professor, You're like a woman in a male-dominated field. I'm not going to call you by the name of Forrest Gump's neurotypical whore, okay? Please, let me call you Dr. Girlboss. And she said, please don't call me that. I was like, women are so dramatic. And but she brought me into her office. She told me about her research. She said, in my lab, we study brain cancer. And the traditional way of thinking about cancer is that you have this group of cells that grows out of control. You can think of it as the cancers of society, which are, of course, Yannick, toddlers, right? Okay. She said, both toddlers and cancer grow out of control. There's no way to stop them. But she said that's not the whole picture. These cancer cells aren't alone. They are surrounded by a unique microenvironment. Chemical factors, physical factors, all which can either suppress or support tumor growth. It's like how toddlers aren't raised in a vacuum. They're raised by parents who are sometimes horrible. It's like you meet a terrible kid and then you meet your parents and it all makes sense, Like, of course you're terrible. Like, your parents were emotionally distant and named you Tumor. She said, we're going to study the effects of the tumor microenvironment on brain cancer. And we did this for about a year, and it was really awesome. I got to collect a lot of data myself, and I really felt like a scientist. And then after about a year, she said, this is a great start. You know, you've collected all this data, done all this work, but we need to scale this up into a larger organism. How do you feel about working with mice? And I said, they let mice work here? She was like, I don't know. We're thinking about, a little mousy briefcase, having an affair with the intern. She was like, no, the mice don't work here. We experiment on them. They all have cancer. They're not allowed to leave. And HR said we couldn't fuck them anymore. Something about the holes being too small. Okay. But she said you're gonna have to work with mice for this project, and so reluctantly I agreed. And the first thing she showed me how to do was to separate the mice by sex. So when you do this, you take the mice, you flip them over, you look at their genitals, and from that you can decide if they're male or female. And a lot of people don't know this, but scientists actually got this idea by reading a Republican handbook on how to run a high school swim meet. So once we've done this, she then shows me how to dissect the mice. So she takes a mouse, she pins it down to a board, she cuts up its abdomen, she pulls out its liver and its intestines and its stomach and its bladder and its kidneys. It's disgusting. And this whole time she's telling me about this delicious pot roast her husband made the night before. And I'm horrified, right? And I decided then that I never wanted to be that desensitized. And so I came up with a little bit of a moral compromise, which is that I was going to become a vegetarian. So I would kill the mice, but I wouldn't eat them. People are always like, Alex, that must be so hard. I could never give up eating mice. And it's hard, and I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, Yannick, okay? I am sometimes feeling a little naughty, and I'll take myself down to the M train, and I'll get myself a furry little treat. But I really didn't like the idea of killing mice. But one day I had to do it, okay? Has anyone here ever killed a mouse? No, just me. I'm the monster in the room. Okay. I've killed thousands. It's horrible. I really, really hated it. But I knew I had to do it. And can I tell you guys how we killed the mice in the lab? Yeah, big yes up front. Okay, so so you're asking for your own personal reasons. I'll tell you exactly how we kill the mice. Okay. So there are multiple ways to do it. What's your name? Sharon. There are multiple ways to do it, Sharon, but at least in the lab, you want to make sure that you do it humanely, okay? So you can break their neck humanely. You can humanely asphyxiate them. You can humanely bleed them out. It just has to be done humanely. And I love this. I love that we can just call it humane, and it is. Isn't that amazing? It's like saying humane sex trafficking, Or like ethical non-monogamy. I love that. Because to me, I don't know, I do, at the end of the day, think that it is ethical to kill mice for the sake of science, one day to find a cure to cancer. But I do find it inhumane to fuck the same person every night until you die. So, that's just me. Okay, a lot of monogamous people in the crowd today, which is so cool. So cool. So yeah, if you want me to come over and kill those mice, I'd be glad to. But I do sometimes get scared telling a big room of people that I killed mice for a living, because I'm afraid there might be like a militant vegan in the room. I just get like attacked by a skinny guy in Birkenstocks, which is really scary because what if I'm attracted to him? A troubled man? A troubled man with a passion? A troubled man with a passion who also definitely rock climbs? And for For those of you that don't know, rock climbing is just pole dancing for sexually repressed boys. But I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm working part-time as I quit my research job. I'm working part-time as a instructor at Sarah Lawrence College. I teach in the biology department there. Do we know Sarah Lawrence? Yeah, anyone go to Sarah Lawrence here? No, okay, thank God none of my students are in the room. Okay, I love teaching there. I teach in the biology department. I am teaching one course, and I have 5 students in my course. It's awesome. It's a perfect size for starting a local Battle of the Bands type competition. Yeah, I'm doing a School of Rock thing with my concepts in biomedical engineering class. I'm like, I have to be the front man. They're all the gay one. But my students are cool. Like, if you don't know, Sarah Lawrence is very cool. You know, it's 70% women. It's very it's very queer. It's very cool. Everyone's wearing a weird outfit. And I'm afraid of what they think of me. I'm afraid they're gonna find out I'm only kind of bi. Like, I'm afraid one of them's gonna come and be like, my dad isn't refinancing his mortgage so I can be taught by a Kinsey 1. But I also, I do have this transferable skill. My transferable skill is that I can kill a shit ton of mice. And I don't know how to use that. I'm not ready to become the world's most fuckable exterminator. So just imagine the TikTok account I'd have to make. It would all be videos like, get ready with me to unalive 3 generations of raccoons. It would start off with really well-edited videos about how to kill a mouse, and then in 3 months, it's just pictures of my tits. In like a leather bride fashioned from all the vermin I'd slaughtered. Anyway, follow me at Exterminatrix. You guys have been great. I like the host said, I've been doing my solo show, How to Kill a Mouse. I just did it at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, and I'm going to do it in the new year. So if you want to see that, follow me on Instagram. But then, sorry, I'm so embarrassed that I just asked you to follow me on Instagram. The other thing is I host a science comedy podcast called Uncontrolled Variables. I interview a scientist about their life. So if you have any scientists in your life that might be interested in being interviewed, let me know, and we can set something up. Or if you want to just listen to it, it's a fun time, and you don't have to listen to the science, which I find fun. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Keep it going for your host. Keep it going for improv.
Oh my gosh, give it up again for Alex Bear. If you want to follow her, that's Bear, B-E-R-R. Check out Uncontrolled Variables. All right, now we're going to do some improv. So can we welcome up to the stage the cast of The Lab? Woo, come on up, guys.
We have an amazing scientist for you today. We have Connor Gibbons. He did his bachelor's in marine science in Rutgers University, and now he is a cephalopod facility manager and marine biologist at Zuckerman Institute in Columbia University. So Connor started his career with cephalopods at the Jenkinson, New Jersey Aquarium, so he's a former aquarist.
Guys, this is so cool. I'm wearing my aquarium merch today. I'm so excited. Okay, continue.
Yeah, it's fine. And then he moved to the New York Aquarium. That's where he continued. And I think he helped launch this award-winning exhibit called Ocean Wonders Sharks.
So cool.
And then I think so. I had to write this down because I don't know what this means.
He's so qualified.
So he is a species survival plan coordinator for Flamboyant Cuttlefish. I guess there are some cuttlefish that's more flamboyant than others. For the Association of Zoos and Aquariums. I have so many questions.
And the good news is we get to ask them. Please welcome to the stage, Connor. Come on up.
Thank you very much.
So Connor, how did you get into marine biology? What was your first moment of, this is what I want to do with my life?
I'm pretty lucky. So that first moment for me was I was 3 years old. So for Christmas, I got this book. It was called Whales and Other Creatures of the Sea by Joyce Milton. So I don't think I could read then, but my parents would read it to me. And on one of these pages, it had a picture of a giant squid and sperm whale, which is their main predator. It's sperm whale not because the reason you think it is. It's just a really large whale. And they would have these large fights and battles, and supposedly at that time, there was only sailors have seen them. It was kind of like a tall tale, and that no one had ever seen one alive or recorded one alive in person. So for whatever reason, I thought this was like the weirdest, coolest thing as a kid. And yeah, I was like, oh, I want to be the first person to find a giant squid. So, and it's been squids ever since.
Have there been developments on that front?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, not by me, but like by others more qualified. So the giant squid was first photographed in its natural habitat, I think in September of 2005. They got pictures off the coast of Japan. Then they got videos of it for the first time in its natural habitat in 2013 at a watch party with my friends in my dad's apartment for it.
Wait, tell us about the watch party.
Oh, I just like, so my friends, they know I love squids and just the ocean, but mostly squids. And I was just like, yo guys, they're airing like Search for the Giant Squid on Discovery Channel. Like, you want to come over? I'm ordering pizza. Like, we're going to watch the first ever giant squid on video. And it was pretty good turnout, you know? So, yeah, saw that. And then I think the last giant squid update as of late would be they filmed it off in U.S. waters in 2019 in the Gulf of Mexico off the coast of Louisiana. So there's giant squid everywhere.
Wow. So at 3 years old, you decided, I'm going to be a marine biologist. Along the way, did you have other hopes, dreams, aspirations that you then circled back to marine biology?
To be completely honest, no. And even then, it was like I specifically wanted to look for giant squid. So as I got older, I realized it's not a viable career path to just be giant squid hunter. So, you know, you asked for...
Are you sure?
So far, I haven't found it, but if anyone, like, I would love to be that. So if there's any leads, I would love to hear about it. But yeah, I would ask for like squid books as a kid, but they don't make squid books for children in the 90s. So I would get books on sharks, books on the ocean, and I thought that stuff was also pretty cool, not as cool. But so I kind of built up the ocean love over time. But like squids were always this like the through point, I guess, that like drove this interest. But I've honestly, like, genuinely have never been interested in anything else.
Can you walk me through how the squid inks?
Oh, for sure, yeah. So squids and octopus and cuttlefish, so those are the coleoid cephalopods. So
Right.
they're the cool cephalopods. There's an uncool cephalopod called a nautilus, but
Don't even mention
they don't
them.
ink, not worth it.
No.
So they have an ink sac. So this is within their body by their digestive gland, which is essentially a really big liver in the middle of their mantle. The mantle is the tube part, where all the organs are. In the ink sac, it creates all these has a lot of like melanin and also like kind of like waste and mucus in there. And the ink sac connects pretty much to this all conjoined hole that then goes out their siphon or funnel, which is this tube part that shoots out of the animal. So they're able to force the ink, mix it with seawater, and then they can even selectively mix it with different amounts of mucus to shoot out either if they want like smoke screen or if they just want a glob of ink, because like a glob can fool a predator to thinking it's like a separate entity, like, you know, like separate animal, and then they could like make their escape.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Most underrated sea creature in your opinion, please.
Underrated, okay. Damn, that's a good question. Oh, you know what? It's a little bit of a broad answer, but I'm gonna go like sea slugs, like nudibranchs. Like there's tons. They come in all shapes and sizes, all these beautiful colors, but some have like wild biological like properties, and they're just really pretty. And they're apparently really big in the underwater photography community because they're like little Pokemon, so you get like each flavor you want to try to photograph, and they don't move because they're slugs, so they're not going anywhere. So I would say they're like underrated.
Awesome, thank you.
You're very welcome.
So you developed this passion at a young age. I'm just curious, as you were growing up through elementary school, middle school, high school, were there people in your life who were either like supportive of your sort of passion, and or were there also people who were skeptical about it and tried to maybe steer you in other directions?
Yeah, again, I was super lucky. People were like really supportive of it. I think maybe it just like took them by surprise because they're like, oh, like what do you like? Oh, I like squids, and like no one knows what to say to that. So they're like, okay, like, yeah. So yeah, like all my friends and family, like they would buy me marine biology books, like ocean books, all the time, and even like going into college, and they could still be like, oh, what do you want to do with your life? I want to study marine science. I want to study squids. Like I didn't know how, but people were. They never told me no or had like apprehension about it.
So you never had like that teacher who was like, listen, son, you need to like study accounting or something like that?
No, surprisingly. I had like so much support for this.
That's
yeah,
great.
So like super, super lucky.
Cool.
Or at least they didn't tell me to my face. Like,
Might be a hard question, but do you have like a favorite biology teacher that you could tell us about?
That is a good question. I would say I had two teachers, I guess, that come to mind in high school. I had like our AP chemistry teacher, so not a biology teacher. She actually didn't really teach much at all, to be completely honest. But but she was super cool, and she had us do this project about like, oh, pretty much what do you want to do when you're older? So again, nothing related to chemistry, and I ended up giving this like hour-long presentation on giant squids. Like somehow it spiraled into this, and like it's like I came out with my giant squid love to the whole class, and everyone was like, "Oh, this is like weird but pretty cool." And then I had a AP biology teacher in high school that also thought my squid interest was cool because he was a former scuba diver instructor, so he was like pretty jazzed by a lot of this.
And have you ever been scuba diving? Do you have any desire to be swimming with them, or you like to observe from?
Oh my gosh,
far?
yeah. So no, scuba diving is like my favorite thing in the entire world. If you haven't scuba dove or dived, you should. It's awesome. So I have scuba dove with both like cuttlefish, squid, and octopus. No nautilus.
So
but
you've
that's
been
okay.
in there with the squid.
Yes. Yeah. So squids. The first time I ever swam with a squid was in 2017 in the Florida Keys. It was a Caribbean reef squid, Sepia-toothus sepioideae, and I was swimming at a beach. It was with my my then girlfriend, now wife, and some of her friends. And these people were like, "Oh yeah, there's like a squid. Like there's a bunch of like baby squids out there." And I was like, "There's not baby squids out there." And then my wife Michelle was like, "No, Connor, I just went. There's squids." I like literally was pushing people out of the way, and I swam up and was snorkeling, and it was a group of 5 juvenile reef squid, and they camouflaged with like floating grass.
So important question: how you were looking for giant squid? So how big are these baby squid?
Oh yeah. They're like this. Yeah. So no giant squids.
How big do they get though?
This particular species would only grow to about a foot or so. So for reference, a giant squid can grow
Cute
probably
but
about
disappointing.
45 feet. Yes.
45 feet.
A giant squid, yes. Yeah. Wow. Allegedly, the longest is like 58 feet long, but they may have stretched the tentacles. This was like over 100 years ago. Not verified.
Well, great. I think we'll maybe ask one last question. Okay, so was that the most exciting thing you think you've seen scuba diving, or do you have other like scuba moments that really stand out to you?
Yeah. So I mean, that was obviously super cool, but I don't think it was the like most awesome. I guess I've been very lucky that I had a lot of awesome scuba diving moments. So just last November, me and my colleagues in the Axel Lab at Columbia, who we work on the Cuttlefish project, we actually went to the Philippines to do an expedition. So we were there for about 2 weeks looking for our target, like our model species is what we do most of our research on, the dwarf cuttlefish. So again, very different than the giant squid. The dwarf cuttlefish is like yay big as an adult. So we would search for them both on coral reefs and also muck. Muck is it's as gross as it sounds. It's just like mud flats where there is unfortunately tons of garbage, but it turns out cephalopods love garbage. It makes a great place to hide. So we would search literally night and day for cephalopods. I saw a lot of octopus, a lot of squid, but most importantly, we saw a lot of cuttlefish. So I think probably the most memorable moment of these many moments was the first dwarf cuttlefish that we found, because the first 2 days of like training and getting ready, we didn't see any, and it was like, oh boy, our boss is going to be deeply disappointed if we come back and we have not seen a single dwarf cuttlefish. So then for the first like start of the expedition, that first day, we don't see anything. Then we do our first night dive, And we go, and we're still not seeing anything. And it's then towards the very end of the dive, I saw some commotion. Fortunately, we were working with these spotters, so they're people that are local. This is their whole career, is literally finding animals for a lot of underwater photographers, and they are amazingly talented. So without them, none of this literally could have been possible. But I saw some commotion. They were pointing flashlights, and I thought maybe they saw something, but then they ended up swimming on. So I moseyed on over there, and then in this kind of cave-like structure, so maybe this tall, and it's like a reef, so there's a lot of corals around it. There was a hole in the back, and I'm looking through it, and I think I see a cuttlefish, and I'm oh my God, this is it. So then I have to swim in front of it, wedge myself into this cave, and take my GoPro, shove it further into the cave, and I'm looking through the camera on the GoPro, and then I just see a dwarf cuttlefish just hanging out back there, and I was oh my God, we found one, and we ended up finding many more. We found 25 or 26, I think. But
And you went right into his house.
Yeah, I mean, I was willing to go into any cave, anything to find a cuttlefish. So it got easier after. That was probably the hardest spot, but it was definitely the most special.
Oh my gosh, well, thank you so much. That definitely gives us enough to get started. And we're going to hear from Connor in a little bit, but give it up for Connor. Thanks.
Darling, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen for you. Well, I've prepared all of your cosmetics.
Thank you.
I know you look excellent in green.
Let nobody tell you you're not as giant of a squid that you are.
Come on, I am but a petite squid.
No, baby.
I am but petite. Today is your moment.
It's courage. It requires courage for a squid like you to date a hobnob, a slug like me.
Come on. I am obviously the one winning in this
I heard it.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't mean it.
I will kill myself right now in the
Freudian.
Gulf of America.
It was a Freudian slip. You are an American beauty through and through.
I do not like America. I'm so sad it's renamed the Gulf of America.
Okay, honey, none of us want to be American right now, but that's where we are.
Why are we getting political? Every time you have a fight, you have to put a...
I'm sorry, darling, I'm sorry. Come into my squid bosom. Listen, today is about you. You're going to be photographed. I just know it. There's a group of very, very enthusiastic surfers just beyond, and I know if you get within range, they will photograph you.
Okay. All right.
Look at them.
Oh, they are in love. They're never going to photograph me. They are in love.
Look at those two highly athletic, very in love surfers.
They are high in dopamine and hormones. You're going to miss me.
Better, dude. If I saw a freaking slug right now,
I wish we would see a slug right now.
it would really make our anniversary.
That'd be perfect.
But I guess we're just gonna have to surf.
Surf.
I'm telling you, you gotta get out there.
Well, I'm so understated. They won't even see me.
Listen, your understated beauty is one of the many reasons I fell in love with you.
You said you were losing.
Nope, I didn't mean to. I meant winning. I meant winning.
I don't see tears. Those are crocodile tears.
You know, I'm glad that we don't have any serious fights in our relationship.
Me too.
Oh, honey, come on in. I think it's gonna be on soon. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? A new species, completely never ever seen before. The X3000-lish. It's gonna be.
Did you make that up, dear?
No.
Dear, did you make that up?
No, look, there's a long, at the bottom of the CNN log line. It comes around. You have to wait. It'll be on.
This isn't good for our eyes.
You're right. We should
We're
take a
too
step
close
back.
to the TV.
You're right. No, but it's on. I saw it. I swear.
Dear, you need to stop imagining new creatures.
What?
There's only like 4 animals in the ocean.
What?
There's fish and sharks and normal squids and turtles. Everything else is a lie that the media is trying to sell you on.
Oh, but my heart just wants more.
You can't have more. And you should stop dreaming.
No. If I close my eyes right now, you should see what's in my imagination.
But if your eyes are closed, how do I see?
We're a squidlish 3000. And I'm a scoopity-goopity-rob. I'm a dwarf, a cuttlefish.
And I'm a regular squid.
There's so much in my head right now. The most loquacious and low-voiced describing things.
Claire, I want you to get a real job.
What? This is a real job.
What was the name of that thing on CNN?
I have to wait till it comes around to it.
You seen anything?
I would tell you if I saw something, Richard.
Okay, just checking.
I'm sorry I snapped at you. This is just so boring. I'm so bored. Ah! Oh, I missed it. You think that, we're in a submarine. You could just make this glass.
Well, I don't know if that would support the pressure of the immense pressure of the ocean.
Sorry about an engineer, Richard. I just ran the looking hole. Richard!
What was it?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like that before. It was kind of chill.
Could you describe it more? Because we can't both look through the looking hole or whatever.
I asked if you wanted to look in it.
No.
Okay.
You said, Richard, and then it was
scared?
gone. No, I'm very excited. This is my first time on the submarine, and I'm kind of just itching to see anything at all.
This is your first time?
Yes.
I'm sorry I was giving you a hard time. I thought you blend right in. I thought you were wearing
It's my confidence.
It is. And you're very confident, Richard. Look in that looking hole. You tell me what you see.
You're never going to believe this.
What? What is it?
Seaweed.
Well, of course there's seaweed.
No. I'm sorry. Sea cannabis. It was a fish of some type. I was more distracted by that it was smoking underwater.
How did it get the fire? I want to see Richard.
Well, it's not there anymore.
What is that? What is that?
Well, now I can't see. I'm not looking through the looking hole.
It was rhetorical.
So I want you guys' honest feedback on my online dating profile.
Yep. Well, I see your screen sharing to the TV,
Yeah.
so please.
Hold on,
So it's like,
chairs. Thank you.
Yeah, get it.
Tell me,
Am I late?
No,
sorry,
we're just,
sorry.
Popcorn.
It says, tell me something fun about yourself. And I wrote, I swam with squid. Enough said.
That's sick, dude.
That's ballin', yeah. Okay. That will work?
Has it not? Yeah, Roseanne, you laughed. What's up with that?
Yeah, you smirked.
You laughed.
There was a sarcastic vibe
You did.
coming from that part of
You
the
cracked a
room.
little half smile.
Yeah.
I was wondering what kind of squid it was.
Nothing has worked so far.
Not a dwarf cuttlefish, is it? Because they're kind of small and dinky. Not a
No.
nautilus.
No.
Not a nautilus. I spit upon them.
Everybody knows nautilus are the least interesting cephalopod.
Yeah, honestly, screw nautiluses.
Nautilus, more like not on my list.
So cool.
Thanks, Jordan.
It was a giant.
Okay,
A giant.
Well, you should put that in there.
Yeah, just to be more specific. If I have to give you some relationship advice, just be more specific.
Okay.
That's what I'm going with.
Chicks love detail.
Yeah.
Oh, a match just came in.
Wow, that's fast.
That was.
Oh my gosh. Can we touch it?
Yeah, I just. Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Wow. It's a real woman.
She said, hey.
Say something
Hey.
back.
You gotta say something.
You gotta say, I'm panicking.
I'm panicking.
No, don't.
Yes. But honesty is good, so maybe.
But honesty is good.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so I said, I'm panicking, but honesty is good, so maybe, so we'll see what.
Yeah,
So,
solid.
Yeah.
I don't have any notes. Yeah.
We cut to like 3 hours later. No. Okay, she hasn't responded back yet.
What if you said not a list, more like not on my list?
Okay.
Okay.
What if you said cuttlefish, more like cuddle my fish?
Oh.
Okay.
I actually didn't like that one.
No, that was good.
What if you say disregard the last 25 messages? Hey.
Are you being critical over there?
This whole thing has been about criticizing, okay? I'm feeling a lot of heat. I'm trying to be a supportive friend.
I think we're trying to support. You're trying to criticize.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
We're doing like a compliment sandwich, and you're doing like.
You're just the middle part of the sandwich.
Yeah,
without
you're
the
like
bread.
Am I being an asshole?
Yeah.
You just said that out loud, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I thought I would monologue a little bit, but
Are you hearing those squid again in your head?
are you not always hearing the squid in your head?
No. I'm really worried about you.
Your dating profile,
Oh,
Roseanne.
Pull up your dating profile right now.
You don't have to do that. No.
Okay.
Hey, pull it up.
No.
You've got so many critiques. Let's see what
Okay.
you can
All right,
write.
that's fine. Yep.
Okay. There it is.
You might have to shuffle through a lot of likes, okay?
It says, I love nautiluses.
Whoa.
The fuck?
Look, they're kind of the unsung heroes of the marine world.
How?
Okay, you know what? They don't move very fast, so you can take pictures of them.
Like a rock.
Sea slug clear.
Oh, sea slugs are better. Yeah, they're colorful.
Okay. Well, there's not a lot, but you've said that already, to recommend them, but sometimes you need something to keep you going. One person on the upside who is believing in you. Is that making any sense?
Oh, shoot.
That was deep.
We should all be believing in you a little bit more.
Yeah.
Maybe we were the assholes.
Maybe we're the Nautilus in this situation.
And you're the sea slug.
And I'm having an epiphany. If you're having an epiphany.
You're having a what?
An epiphany?
An epiphany.
I thought you needed your EpiPen.
Hey, class, thank you for preparing your presentations on what you'd like to be when you grow up. I believe up next we have one about working at Best Buy.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh,
Yeah.
please, the floor is yours.
Yeah, great. So you guys know Best Buy, the blue and yellow, they make it look so good. Another reason I want, well, not just the uniform I want to work at Best Buy, but it's the deals. You know, they offer so many fucking amazing deals. I'm sorry, Professor, for cursing. I just get really passionate right
Yeah,
now.
I'll excuse it this once.
Okay. If you look at my first slide right here, you see this is it's a Black Friday crowd, and you can see there's bodies on the floor, right?
They're really fighting over those Epson laser printers.
But yes, I want you to not pay attention to the bodies on the floor. The deal's right there. Look at that 70. Look at the deal on that 70-inch TV.
$3.99.
Yeah. It's fucking amazing, right? In this economy, you're not just helping the economy, you're helping people by living large.
So you want to work at the corporate office or in the retail?
No, in the retail store.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you worried about your safety?
Safety? What?
That's a fair question.
No, that's cool.
No, it's not a fair question. What safety do I need there? I'll be the cashier, then I'll move into the manager position, and then I'll work there all day if I have to.
Okay, language.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna skip ahead to my last slide.
I missed by
You see here, that's Kevin Hart.
Oh, he's funny.
One thing that, yeah, Kevin Hart, yeah.
It's a good way to end.
Yeah. You know, one thing about Kevin Hart that really inspired me to wanting to be about Best Buy was he worked there actually.
You worked at Best Buy.
Yeah, he worked at Best Buy. Yeah, and he said that he wouldn't be where he's at today if it wasn't for Best Buy. So I just believe I could follow that path, that dream.
And then stay at the Best Buy?
Yeah, I won't be a comedian.
Okay.
Thank you. Well, I'm sensing a theme. The next presentation is on working for Radio Shack. That's concerning.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. So, we've all been there where you're on someplace and you want to hear something, but you can't.
Yeah, I've been there.
You've been there 1,000 times.
Okay, I'm gonna call you out, Jerry. It feels like you didn't do the presentation and you're making this up.
What? I just don't have my clicker with me.
Well, it's just fully prepared. I have that problem. I want to eavesdrop and I can't hear.
Exactly. Or if you want there to be like a light that's connected to your fence that can then go into your living room. And you press the button. Well, I feel like no one's, why are you looking at me weird?
The Best Buy one was way better.
Do you want to work at the corporate office or at the...
All right, everyone. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to lay some people off.
Not me.
I'll volunteer.
Okay, that's fine. You can go back to work then. That's cool.
I'll go home.
No, we actually kind of need you. It's really, I really was, I only have to fire you. What? So you guys are fine, but if you want to stay here just for, well, but budgets are tight, you know?
Is it because Ray's the only one who didn't photograph a cuttlefish this week?
Yeah.
I just got drunk, all right? Scientists need to have some fun.
Look,
a scientist needs to have some fun. I was hungover and in love, okay?
Ray's had a wild week in the
Well, okay, I
Philippines.
had a wild weekend. I was hungover, I was in love, and I was swimming. Okay?
Look, Ray.
Instead of scuba diving, I went swimming, all right? I bought myself a nice swimsuit. All right? A scientist can have a nice swimsuit.
Look, Ray.
A scientist can fall in love.
Ray.
And a scientist can get drunk. And a scientist can have, you know, a day when they're hungover.
That was last administration. We can't do that now. We only have money for one boat.
And I'll be in that boat.
Unfortunately, you're not.
Oh, dang it, Ray. We were all gonna cover for you, but then you spilled all your secrets about the week. We were gonna say you were having camera trouble, but there's nothing we could do to help you now.
Oh yeah, if it was camera trouble, that'd be fine.
I was not having a camera trouble. I was high. I had weed. I had weed for the first time in my life. It was huge. All right, it was huge for me.
Okay.
It was huge.
Ray, Ray.
I'm really happy for you. Little.
I was stoned.
Ray.
I was stoned. I was stoned and I talked to a couple of people. I don't even know if they existed. You know? I was see on my own.
We have to put the cuttlefish on the endangered species list now because you didn't get a picture of it.
No.
Yeah.
You don't put the cuttlefish.
Well, stop
it.
now.
Hey, you guys. Can you keep it down? Some of us are trying to work.
Okay, we are gonna do some more science. Let's bring back up our wonderful guest. So do you think we captured the divisiveness of the interspecies nautical community?
Yeah, I think it was pretty spot on. Yeah.
What do you do for fun, Connor?
That's a good question. Lately, so I've been, I work a lot, but you know, I like to exercise. That's sometimes fun. Lately, I've been getting into belaying with my wife. So we climb rocks in fake, fake ones, like not in nature. Like a rock climbing gym. Been trying that, and then I really like scuba diving. But I don't get to do that often, though.
Are you a militant vegan who goes rock climbing?
No, I don't check all those boxes. Yeah, it's just the rock climbing part.
And could you tell us a little bit about the work that you're doing right now?
Yeah, for sure. So right now, for starters, I work with like a really large team of like a lot of really talented people. So this is not just all me. But we're working to study essentially how cuttlefish or cephalopods are able to camouflage. For those that don't know, they're able to change like the color and texture of their skin in milliseconds. So to do this, we're working with the dwarf cuttlefish, And my job is to keep all of our dwarf cuttlefish alive and healthy, and essentially breed them for multiple generations, and then just kind of help with all parts of the project, from working with behavior to working with some of the genetics. I get to do a little bit of everything, which is really exciting.
Cool. Can you tell me a little bit about the process of how much agency you have when it comes to choosing the animals that you're working with?
Yeah, so in this case, so I didn't start the project that we're working on. So that is my colleague Tessa. She started this project. So she chose this dwarf cuttlefish to be like our model organism, our champion of cephalopod science. And fortunately, she made a good choice. This is a good species. But once you start, you cannot stop. So yeah, we are stuck with just dwarf cuttlefish for the research.
Was it just kind of luck that, I know your favorite is the squid, but that you're in kind of the same family of that?
Kind of, yeah. So squids, while they are like near and dear to my heart, they don't particularly do well in aquariums. So I started working in aquariums by chance. I needed an internship to graduate, and I was like, yeah, this place is close to my house. And I ended up really liking it, and I was able to work with octopus and cuttlefish and all these other things. So never really got to work with squid, but I got to be pretty good at carrying and culturing for cuttlefish and octopus. So my actual squid experience in the lab is quite limited. I really only work out in the wild scuba diving with them.
How easy are cuttlefish to keep alive?
Uh,
Are they ready to go, or are they like, got to keep them going?
They're a real pain in the ass. So they're really amazing animals. But yeah, they're very sensitive to things like you have to keep the water super, super, super duper clean. I don't know if anyone has ever had a fish tank before, but like most things, like how you would treat a goldfish, let's say, would just kill any cephalopod. So you have to be really, really careful to keep them alive, keep their tanks clean, keep them healthy. You have to give them the right food. They're very picky eaters, so they only like to eat live food. So their favorite food are little shrimp, like little clear shrimp. So we have to order literally tens of thousands of shrimp every week from Florida that get shipped up here that I then have to feed to these cuttlefish because it's the only goddamn thing that they'll eat. Because you can get them to eat frozen food, but you have to put like the frozen food would be like shrimp cocktail shrimp. You have to put it on a stick or a fishing line. You got to dance it around. You got to entice them to eat this. So it can be done with just a few animals, but we have over 300 animals. So it is not possible to do that.
And were they the ones that liked garbage earlier too?
Yeah, I think they vibe pretty well with garbage. I would say
Okay.
octopus are like the true garbage lovers of the ocean, though.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Anyone has like good days and bad days at work. What is like a recent great day or total catastrophe, either end of the spectrum, whatever comes to mind first?
Okay, start with good stuff. So actually, I would say yesterday I had an amazing day. Well, I guess any day is a good day if the animals are doing well. So fortunately, there's many, many good days. But I guess what makes a great day is trying to do something new or push the science forward. So yesterday we were able to try to work on making steps to doing essentially like IVF for our cuttlefish. So we were working to make genetically altered animals, essentially like mutant cuttlefish in a way. And this is a lot of work, and it takes a whole lot of time. But ultimately, you either have to keep these what we call these transgenic lines going, these genetically altered lines going in perpetuity, which is exhausting. Or if you get the right strain, the right genetic modification, hopefully you can then take either the sperm or egg and then freeze it, and then you can just kind of let that chill in the freezer for a little bit, and you come back to it when you're ready. So this has never really been done ever before. So we were able to try to start making our first steps towards that. So it's really cool, where just trying new things, right? You're doing some cool dissections. You're playing with sperm, just living the dream.
What is the goal of making these mutant cuttlefish? What are you hoping to accomplish there?
So ultimately, the goal is trying to determine how cephalopods are able to camouflage. So to do this, and again, I can't take credit for a lot of this work. We're essentially looking to create a transgenic animal so that whenever their neurons will fire in the brain, it'll emit a green light. So that this way, we could put a little camera microscope into our little cuttlefish's brain. So when they camouflage, their brains will light up like a Christmas tree, and we'll be able to trace the neural pathways of their body to figure out how they're doing this.
So many new questions. So what's the dynamic of your team like? Do you have some people who are in charge of implanting in the brain. Some people who are in charge of like the animal husbandry part of it. Like, what's the makeup of your workplace?
Yeah, that is an excellent question. Yeah, we'll probably provide more clarity for this. I would say the person that's kind of in charge and leading the project is a postdoc in the lab, Tessa. So she thought of all this. So she's the one doing the brain implanting, making these genetically altered animals. For me, I oversee the animals as a whole. Essentially, once they're no more just like a couple of cells, and then there are many, many, many cells as animals, and it's kind of my shtick from there. But then we have other grad students that are working on this, like designing, what can be like an underwater camera to be able to mount to the animals. Or we have a theorist, so she's like a computer scientist that can make models of the brain, or in this case, models of cuttlefish camouflage, like cephalopod skin, which she's explained to me like 10 times. I have no idea what she does though. And then just other undergrads, and then I have a team of animal, like they call it husbandry experts that help care for the cuttlefish. So it's like a literal village of people doing this.
Personal score on remembering the word husbandry.
Yeah.
Do we have maybe one last question, right?
So it seems like there are a lot of experts from different areas studying this question. So how do you communicate with each other? I guess like there are jargons in each field. So is there a way that you've figured out a way that you can understand each other and the challenges each person in each part of the project's facing?
Yeah, for sure. So like at least for me, like my background being more marine science and working in aquariums for a lot of my like professional career, you pick up a lot of particular like words or experiences where like I'm like garbage at operating a microscope, but I can build large systems and tanks and care for a lot of different animals. So I found some of the words or like terms I use to describe aquariums filtration are completely lost on people. So I've been learning to refine how I describe things, coming from a completely different industry. I'm very lucky that a lot of the people I work with are incredibly good teachers. So like I went into this with the most rudimentary knowledge of neuroscience or molecular biology possible, like essentially a high school level. And they are just really good at explaining things. So honestly, it's just really great communication from the people I work with that make this pretty accessible, because otherwise this would have been like pretty impenetrable, I think, for me. Or like when I first started, I was like, I have no idea what's going on, ever.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
All right, Squiddies, we're ready for your photo shoots. Where are you, Squiddies? Yes, this is going to be on the cover of National Geographic for sure. You're giving me what's happening? Oh!
Wink.
Squidina, are you nervous?
Little bit, yeah. I see you as a natural predator.
I'm a natural predator.
Yeah.
Because of my bright bulb? Cha-ching! Oh, maybe this isn't going to work out for us.
Okay, so we reviewed your photo for Nat Geo, but turns out Marie Claire and Vogue are both interested in it. Squidina is making waves, pun intended.
Squidina, she's very difficult to work with. Very difficult, but damn does she photograph well.
We hear she'll only be photographed by you. So listen, cards on the table. What do you charge for a photograph?
A price like that is innumerable.
I have Anna Wintour on the phone.
I thought she
Name your
retired.
price. She came out of retirement for this issue.
For this picture, I will do it for $1 billion.
What is that? I have Michael Kors on the phone. He's bidding.
Oh, I don't know if Squidina likes his bags very much.
What is that? I have Tim Gunn on the phone. He's bidding.
She will make it work.
Oh,
Who else are you talking to?
Oh God, Heidi Klum's here too. She and Tim Gunn had a nasty falling out. Most people don't know.
I heard that she inspired her costume on Squidina.
That's right. She's going as Squidina for
She's going as
Halloween.
Squidina, a model going as a model. How original.
Listen,
You need help?
listen. I'm equipped to do this job. Thank you. I am Anne Hathaway in The Devil Wears Prada.
Great.
Okay, listen.
I feel like we could have done this over email.
Between you and me, I admire you. It was never my anticipation to go into admin work. I always wanted to be doing cover design.
Well, I can tell you from working with Squidina that I learned it pays to be an enemy. You don't make friends in this industry if you want to succeed. This box, these things, not soul, window.
Soul's a camera. God, when Anna Wintour said you have to be mean to succeed in fashion, I really didn't want to believe her.
You should meet Squidina. She's horrible.
I have two pieces of news I'd like to share with you. One about our bait shop and one about my personal life. The first one is we're getting a weirdly large amount of orders of the small shrimp up to the northeast.
Yes.
You notice that?
We're here live in front of the bait shop, and there's just so much shrimp.
There's so much shrimp.
Oh my God.
My hands are pink.
Back to you.
Okay.
So that's the business news.
Okay.
Personal news is that my wife.
Did you want to wait till we get to commercial break for the personal news?
I thought we were on commercial.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter at this point. My wife presented me with divorce papers. Yesterday.
We're here live. I heard some crazy things about Rick. Oh my, it's a disaster. She's throwing things, and it is a real crime scene over here.
I just want to say good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her. That man smelled like shrimp.
Totally. Yeah.
Oh.
Back to you. Here, Bob.
I need your support.
Dude, we're co-workers, but it's just a professional relationship.
I need your help, man.
Okay.
I need a friend right now, man.
Okay. Therapy's a
This
good
shop
start.
is gonna. No, I hate therapy.
Okay.
We're here live. We're the shrimp. Send us to New York.
Doc, the experiment's gotten out of hand.
I have mice everywhere. And they're alive, goddammit!
We've spliced too many genes with too many other genes, and I don't know what abilities all these creatures have now.
Well, this one has pretty blue eyes.
But now they're charging up. I think it's gonna.
Oh! That's kind of cool. Maybe we could weaponize this.
Doc, that's not why we got into science.
I got into science to make money.
I know you got into this to make money, but I've got to say, I've got every military in the world on the phone wanting to know what you did with those mice.
Let me just say, in the science business, either you have the mind for madness or you don't. And this mind is angry.
God, inspirational. So, cards on the table for the laser mice. Name your price.
My price? How about, can I have the Philippines?
Oh my, okay, I'll have to call around for that kind of
I'm
negotiation.
evil.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Yeah, we can all tell.
Thank you. I just shaved my mustache, so I didn't know.
Listen.
It's like you have a Lego piece that you can just kind of put them together.
Between you and me, I never wanted to be a cabinet member.
Oh.
I wanted to be the president.
I'm sorry, Elizabeth Warren.
So, yeah, yesterday in the lab, Janice, I saw Stephanie, and she put in a pretty intense strain of DNA into mold pods. Oh. They're gonna lit the 4th of July.
Really?
Yeah. They think one thought, fireworks.
That's cool. Our experiments are failing.
Oh, they are? You guys over in 2B?
Yeah, in
No
2B.
good?
No good.
Oh.
We need more money for the shrimps.
Yeah?
Yeah, no money.
Well, that's rough.
Yeah, gotta go local and get our own shrimps from the pond.
You know,
I don't know.
I've been saving a lot of money by eating shrimp, but it's weird to do it and work with it all day, you know?
Yeah, you work hard. I'm just drinking coffee.
Look, I like a little shrimp, okay? I like, a little chili powder on there, like a little garlic sauce.
Are you making small talk? It's like pulling teeth, making small talk. Pulling teeth. I wish you'd say something more deep, like I love you. I've been thinking about you all July. Before the project started.
I think I'm the reason my parents got divorced.
Okay, not that deep.
No? Okay. Middle deep?
Yeah. Middle deep. Not too deep, not too light. Something in the middle.
Okay.
I'm a centrist.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I don't know why my dating life is not going well. And I think it's because I'm intense. Do you think I'm intense?
Are you flirting with me?
Yes.
Oh!
That was for an experiment.
This is my lunch shrimp!
I just want to thank you guys for coming all the way out to the muck. This is a really ideal neighborhood, lots of new builds, lots of new families. So what I want to show you all today is this new addition to the neighborhood. This is a Frito bag. Okay, so really hospitable for a family. A couple adult octopi, maybe with a little one on the way. There's enough room for a nursery.
We've got a couple hundred on the way.
Can I ask you, how many previous occupants has this bag had?
Well, see, this is a new addition to the neighborhood, so this just floated down a couple days ago. So maybe an errant little fish, but no families just yet.
Is there any food left in the bag?
No. No, this is just, it's open concept Frito bag.
I'm out.
All right. Understood.
Well, how about the neighbors? How about the neighbors?
Neighbors, well, the
Any
neighbors.
natural predators?
No, it's mostly just in the muck. It's mostly just mud and some garbage, but I know you guys love that, so not tough sell for you. Yeah.
School district?
Oh, school district. Oh, that's kind of sticky there. You know, it's all new stuff. The schools are trash, you know, as are most of the houses.
Well, we heard about the Dasani water bottles down the
Oh, yeah. The Dasani water bottles, those are really hard to get into because of the caps.
I think we could make it work. It's in our price range.
It's in our price range.
Yeah.
And it's a new build, which we didn't expect to be able to afford.
Well, if you guys are interested in something a little bigger, you just go down the corner a ways, a Lay's bag.
No.
Lay's potato chips. Yeah, big yellow, can't miss it.
No, come on.
Like the party size bag?
Family size.
I know. The little octopi would have so much room to swim around.
We'll look at it.
We'll look at it. We'll see it. It might be a little out of budget, but we'll see it. Okay. Listen, you've been a real boon throughout this whole process. Do you have any little ones of your own?
Oh, no. No, I'm a nautilus.
Oh.
No, you should look somewhere else.
But my husband's a sea slug. So.
Oh.
We just can't procreate like that, you know, because different species.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We shouldn't have asked. I didn't mean to be invasive.
I would love to live in this neighborhood with my family.
Right.
If I had a family, I'd be living in this Frito bag in a minute.
Yeah.
You were so lucky.
Listen, you would be an amazing parent. We're not
Yeah,
saying
we
that
weren't.
you wouldn't. It's just we are ready. So if you're not gonna scoop it up, then
In
we
that
might.
case, do you want to go look at the Lay's bag?
You know what? I'm really feeling Frito's back.
Yeah,
Okay.
We'll put in an offer.
We'll put in an offer.
Can I interest you in a Pocky box?
Yes.
It's a little less structurally sound because cardboard, you know, but yeah, we could look at that.
Maybe as a guest house.
Yeah.
We have a large family. I'm sorry.
Richard! Richard!
What?
Oh, he has a bong! A full bong! It's not even like a joint.
Well, that makes a little bit more sense, I guess.
It makes a bit more sense. You know, Richard, we've been on this submarine for 6 months. I'm getting a little crazy. I wish I could see through these walls.
You're telling me.
I I wish they put more than one porthole. Do you see anything?
Nope, not a thing. I can't believe this is still my first time on the submarine.
Well, I guess, yeah, you've never gotten off yet, so it didn't end. What's happening now? What the hell? She eating an orange? No, she took a Valium. She took a Valium. Okay. They're doing drugs, Richard. They're doing pills. They should be dissolved in the water. Who? This is what the scientists should be studying. Not that shrimp, who I haven't seen yet. Because the wall is metal.
What's this now?
What is it?
Oh my god.
What do you see?
A militant vegan.
A militant vegan?
Okay, we are going to have one final interview. Please welcome Connor back to the stage.
So Connor, is there anything that you just saw that you want to clarify or confirm?
No, I think.
Neither of those.
No, yeah, I think it was all good. I think like the Fritos bags is like it's a good place to live. Yeah, I think it makes sense.
Okay, so looking to the future, what are you most excited about with your current work? Are there like some like advancements that you see down the road, or stuff that you kind of dream that your work will lead to?
Yeah, I am. So I think some of the most exciting aspects of the work that I'm doing is, or doing as part of a team is, it's like so open-ended in the best way that once we kind of establish these kind of genetic tools for cuttlefish and maybe other cephalopods, there's just so much to learn from these animals, because I think they're like literally the coolest things to have ever existed, probably. And what makes them so neat is they have this crazy advanced like nervous system and brain, and all these physical attributes. But they are almost over 650 million years separated from us and other vertebrates. So it's like almost as close as you can get to like looking at an alien. And like I think we are literally learning something new every day, both like for science, but even just at a personal level. Like I literally learn something new every single day. So I think the direction, or like what I'm hoping for, like I'm literally just hoping for a cephalopod future. Like, it can be long as they're there and I can be a part of it. Like that is enough for me.
Do you ever see, for lack of a better term, like the cuttlefish or any of the animals you work with, like having fun? Do they like interact with each other? Are they social?
So in the wild, generally we don't think they are super social. This species, we really don't know much about them in the wild. And from our just very brief experience doing this expedition, we didn't necessarily see that they were social. Other larger cuttlefish species, they'll have large mating aggregations, so a whole bunch come together, they mate, they do their thing, and they actually usually just die afterwards. Cephalopods have a very short lifespan. So in the lab, this particular species can be pretty chill with one another. They can live together with seemingly no problems. I wouldn't say I've ever seen anything like along the lines of play or anything like that. They do seem to form these like social hierarchies, like these social structures where like, you have like maybe someone who's like a little more aggressive or like in charge, or, so there's stuff to find out about it. I would say when it comes to maybe more interesting behavior, or like you think about things like play, or I think that'd be maybe more of like an octopus thing.
They're more serious.
Yeah. I would think so.
Did you ever have a favorite one? Did you ever get a little too attached and maybe name one?
So for the cuttlefish, no.
Okay.
Yeah, we just have like so many, and their lifespans are very short. So they're like live about like 7 months or so.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
Yeah, you would. I would say just like you don't get that like personal relationship with them, because at this point I've had literally thousands, and I can't say there's been many that have stuck out. However, I have had some octopus that, not in the lab but in aquariums, that like some seemed particularly cool and memorable.
Do they have a name?
No, I don't name them. Usually other people give them, I don't know, I'm like, they don't live long enough for names, I feel like. There's like a superstition, like you name a fish, you name an animal, it doesn't go so well, so I try not to name them.
That's healthy.
Yeah.
Final question, Michael?
If you could go back in time and give, child you a piece of advice about your impending career from that point, what would you want yourself to know about the career you have found yourself in?
Oh man, yeah, I would probably give myself some advice, like to see it coming, because growing up, I did not care about aquariums, like at all. Like I never even touched an aquarium, like whether at home or anything, until I just did this internship, which I thought was just a throwaway thing for credit. And I think back now, like, ooh, yeah, really wish I started this a bit earlier. Maybe I'd be even more ahead of the game, I guess. So maybe something like that. But I don't know. I think kind of how things ended up for me, like working in aquariums. You know, in undergrad, I wasn't the best student, so I didn't have like the best grades, and I didn't really know what to do. And I just like fell into this particular thing that I ended up just happened to be good at, I guess, and like becoming super, super passionate about. I've never been like passionate about a job prior to this. So it was like, I think I made all these mistakes that led me to like the very perfect place in life. I met my wife at my first aquarium job. So like, so I don't know, in a way it's like almost maybe like I would need to make these mistakes and go the path the same way to like for everything to turn out as like awesome as it has now.
All right, thank you.
Improv to wrap up.
Hey, cuddle buddies. Hey, bye. You know, we never hang out. I know, it's fun. We're usually at the office together. Yes, we're pretty serious. So.
5 minutes is all I can do. But in terms of social, hangs.
You don't like small talk?
I don't like small talk. It's like pulling teeth. And
Oh,
I don't have any.
Okay.
I don't have any.
Oh, hey, we can get deep. We're in the ocean. That was a joke. You didn't laugh at it.
I laughed. It was
Hey,
cool.
Look at those 3 cute cuttlefish.
Stick your head in that cave and get one.
We should name them Tom, Tim, and Ted.
You know what should be recorded? Sorry? No,
What the
there
fuck
you
is
go
your
first.
problem? You two are always talking and leaving me out.
I'm sorry.
It was a mistake. I talked over Timmy.
We talked at the same time.
Yeah, but I haven't said anything for the last 35 minutes.
Well, maybe you should speak up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to grab one out.
Well, maybe I'll fight you.
What the hell
Oh,
is
no.
that?
One of us is getting picked up.
Wait,
It's me.
You were right. The Squid 3000 Lish is real. I am visiting you in a dream from under the sea.
I was right. I know. I knew.
Listen, you must be my voice.
Okay.
You must be my evangelist. Call every local network.
Okay. What do I do about my husband?
Kill him.
You're like Squidina, but even bigger.
Yes!
This is great action.
Ah.
Can you do that again, but on land?
No.
Sorry.
That was a stupid. That's really offensive to ask.
I'm sorry.
Why can't you meet me where I am?
Well, it really hurts my brain and body to be down this low.
Yeah,
To be honest.
yeah. And you think it wouldn't be painful for me to be up there?
Well, guess I hadn't thought about that.
You got an editor trying to get me up there? Kill him.
Oh, okay. Anything else?
Nope. Make it work.
Yes, sir.
Get down there, make it work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm getting gun.
That's what I'm gonna do later.
Okay.
Yes.
Make it work.
Babe, there's something on the television. Do you see? What is that?
Okay, I'm a big enough man to admit when I'm wrong. There's at least 5 animals in the ocean.
Yes? Would you like some tea?
Of course.
Great. It's a almond blend. Oh my god! Oh my god!
my gosh! Baby, I'm getting ready to be photographed. I'll go to the Gulf of Mexico, and I've heard there's an orgy. There are 5 animals.
That's right, all 5 are there right now waiting for you, babe. I am winning in
Yes,
this relationship.
that's what you are doing.
Yes.
Winning.
Winning.
Let's say one more time.
Winning. God, I love you.
I love you too. Come with me. Why won't you come to an orgy?
Oh, I can't camouflage the way you do.
Oh, come on. Don't
No.
make excuses.
Come
Come with me.
Come on.
Oh, I know I'm a sea slug and you are a giant squid.
People said it would never work.
Yes, but we made it work. Well, we will never reproduce, but we have what nobody else has. We have love.
That's right.
And you love me because you are winning.
Winning. Hey, you know what? I hear they got some crazy shit going down at the muck, actually.
No, really.
Come on, check it out.
You know I love garbage.
Come check out the muck.
Okay.
There's another lovely interspecies childless couple living there.
Really?
It might bother them.
You know, Richard, I've been thinking about it, and I have something for you.
Really?
Why should these fish have all the fun? Just because we're 500 miles underwater doesn't mean we can't light up. It's a joint.
Oh.
It's a joint. You've never looked cooler.
We're gonna hotbox the shit out of this.
Yeah!
That's our show! Thank you so much for coming today. We want to thank our scientist, Connor Gibbons.
We'd like to thank our wonderful opener, Alex Bear.
This show is possible because of a generous grant from the Puffin Foundation. So we're very thankful, grateful to the Puffin Foundation. The reason we made this show is to make science accessible to the public. And I think we had a good time doing this show. I hope you guys enjoyed too. Did you?
Yeah.